Hello, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. Today is the 25th of July on Friday, and I'm recording this video to share my trader performance. So this time I'm gonna be sharing the trader performance since April and May and June. And I have the spreadsheet I can share with you, and also I will share some of my trades. I will select one of the losing trades and one of the winning trades, and how I set up my trades, including exit and risk management. So here is a spreadsheet. Let me show it to you first. Okay, and if I scroll up all the way, then there's a graph. And as I have been doing the trader performance in my YouTube, the most important number you have to check is the profit factor, PF. This is basically the only number I'm looking at. And on the live trade, the goal is to achieve 3. And in the backtesting, if you do the Forex tester or a bar replay trading view, the goal is to achieve between 3 to 5. But in a live trade, if you achieve profit factor more than 3, then that means you're safe, you're good to go. Most likely you won't lose, no matter how many times you trade. So profit factor is calculated by the gross profit divided by the gross loss. So this is the ratio between how much you won and how much you lost. So that means if you have profit factor 4.36, that means let's say you you risk $1,000, then you get $4,360 in return. That's the ratio. So I do look at the PF, and I don't really focus on the win rate, as I mentioned on the previous videos. Win rate overall was 30.77%, which is normal for me. And all multiple is also important. This is risk reward ratio in terms of pips. That was 6.44. And for the 3 months between April to June, I was able to generate the return of 16.9%. So always focus on the ratio part. Don't focus on how much part. So in this spreadsheet, there are some numbers how much, but don't please focus on this one. Only focus on the ratio part. And so the goal also for traders to be able to trade in the long term is to have the N wave, bullish N wave on the graph. So first, I was able to win the trades in the month of April, and towards the end of April, I kept losing, but the losses were very small, so the downtrend was a bit shallow. And in the month of May was difficult for me. I only took few trades, and overall was a loss in the month of May, because simply I wasn't able to sit down and trade by KTS. This is overall KTS only trades. And in the month of June, early June, I wasn't able to make profit, but from the mid to the late June, I was able to make profits on Euro pairs. And that's how I was able to make profits. So for the last 3 months, I traded total of 13 trades only. So I have been very selective on which market to trade. And this is done by KTS, and K's trading strategy is the trend follow strategy. So I always enter the markets whenever the market is trending. When I was ranging, I don't trade. This is only when I was trading on the trending markets. That's why I value the PF, profit factor, because every time I enter the market may retrace, of course, then if that's the case, I have to exit. But if the market goes towards my way, towards my direction, then I trial as long as it goes until it stops. And I will show you one of my winning trades and how I trial the profits also. So first, let me show you one of my losing trades, which was happening on the in the month of May. So let me switch screen to Discord group because I posted the trade on Discord. Okay, so that was on Euro AUD. I bought it on 21st of May. And so as I mentioned, I always trade on the trending market. And here is the 4-hour time frame. It was bullish. You see the Kumo twisted bullish, and Senko span A was up, Senko span B is up, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen both up, and the Chikou span above the candles. So although the price is near the resistance, this resistance to me is weak, so I enter the market before the breakout. And 4 hours bullish nicely, there was also an N wave happening. So I was expecting the price to go up continuously this way. And this was 4-hour time frame. And if you took my free KTS course, then you know that I also check the middle time frames, which are 1 hour and the 30-minute time frames. And I confirm the trend. I confirm the 4-hour trend. So this is like trend confirmation phase I always do. And that's done by 1 hour time frame. I confirmed 1 hour is also bullish like this. Kumo was up, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen both up, and the Chikou span above the candlesticks. So simply speaking, it's bullish, and this is a good market to buy. And if the market goes towards my direction, then I can expect a bigger reward. And in terms of the entry, this is confirmation, trend confirmation, but I don't jump in the market. I always check the 5-minute time frame and get more precise entry timing. And the screenshot is this one. So this is when I entered the market. I entered on 1.76173, and my stop loss was 54 pips below, which was quite wide. But 54 pips, 55 pips, sometimes when the market's volatile, it's happening. And reasonably speaking, this is below the previous low. So I placed the stop loss over here. I always place the stop loss when I enter the market every time. And the stop loss, 54 pips, 54.5 pips of stop loss I took. And this is when I entered the market. Well, technically speaking, I entered 1 bar before, but new candlestick happened, so that's why I took the screenshot like this. But when I entered the market, stochastics gold crossing was valid, and I saw band walking. These are my entry confirmations, and I saw the inside bar. So I found the reasons to enter the market. If I don't find any reasons or trading edges, then even if I see trending markets, I don't enter the market. So everything has to be like logical and rationally done on all my trades. So this was my entry screenshot. Also, I saw there was some range, then the range nicely break out bullish. So this is how I entered the market. And what happened after this is that, and this is also the screenshot of my MetaTrader MT5. I entered the trades by the phone. So when I checked the markets in TradingView, I saw the setup and I saw the trends, entry confirmations. Then I take out the phone and I simply execute. I press buy, sell, and place stop loss by the phone because I found the phone is more light and less lagging. Sometimes when you open the MetaTrader on the PC, sometimes it freezes or sometimes it doesn't really open immediately. So you may miss some opportunities. That's why I always use the phone to execute or exit my trades. But for the analysis, again, I do use the TradingView. So this is when I entered the market on a screenshot on my phone, Euro AUD. And after that, what happened was that the market retraced, unfortunately, which happens to everyone, including myself. The market goes backwards, so I exited here on 1.75918. This was the exact exit price. So the price, this was my entry buy, and this was my stop loss. And as I monitor the market, if the market goes towards my direction, then I trail the profit, right? And I move the stop losses higher and trail profits. But if the market goes bearish, then I know when exactly to exit. And the exact exit timing was here, 1.7591. So I exited on this candlestick over here, and that's how I took the loss on this particular Euro AUD trade. So losses do happen, but losses are okay as long as they are manageable, and losses are okay as long as you cut the losses in a logical way. So I have these entry confirmations, entry reasons to trade, and at the same time I have reasons to exit the market if the market goes against me. So maybe when you watch the market live, when you see the price going down this way, then you may want to exit immediately here, which I used to do before. And after that, maybe the price goes up towards your way, but you have no positions anyways. So it may happen, right? And other psychological frustration could be the price going down this way and it hit the stop loss. So the price goes all the way down and hit the stop loss and you lose big amount. So this may happen as well. But I always exit before the price hit the stop loss, and that's the risk management strategy I developed on my own in KTS. So unless there's a big news, unless there's a big surprise in the market, I always exit halfway to the stop loss almost. So this is when I exited my trade, this is my stop loss, this is my buy position, and as you can see, this is like halfway, right? And this is very important for the risk management. So I risk 2% to the stop loss, and halfway is about 1%. So the drawdowns I take is usually 1% only. Sometimes 1.2%, sometimes 0.some%, but in average, I normally exit the trades 1% drawdown because of my logics behind. So again, the most important thing is the risk management. You may think strategy itself is important, or how to select the best market and how to enter the market is important, and they are important actually, but psychologically speaking and risk management wise, when to exit if the market goes against you should be also included in a strategy like this. So if I again show you the spreadsheet, then you see how drawdowns are kept small on my trades. So this is the drawdown column, and you can see that Euro AUD, this is a trade I showed it to you, and I always take 2 trades and 2 stop losses. So this was 0.49 times 2 drawdown. So it's about 1%, right? Drawdown, 0.98% drawdown I took in this particular trade, and that was second biggest drawdown I got. Actually, the biggest drawdown for the last 3 months was Euro Pound, but even so, I only lost 0.66 times 2, which is very small. And the rest of the drawdowns are kept small, 0.3% times 2, or 0.45% times 2, 0.29% times 2, and 0.13% times 2, and 0.06% times 2. Yeah, for this 0.06%, I remember this was before the big news, before the fundamental big news was coming up. So I wasn't able to run profits before the news, so that's why I just exited manually. So this exit and this 0.13% times 2 drawdown was not done by the exit strategy, invalidation, what I call the invalidation against my entry confirmations, because I just exited the trades manually, either before going to sleep or before the big news, before the big fundamental news. And that's also important, risk management. I never let the profits, let the positions run without break even. before the big news or before I sleep or before the weekend also. So yeah, for the rest of the drawdowns are done by my strategy, and these are like the exit timings, just like I showed it to you, like this one. So that was one of my losing trades on Euro AUD, which is important in risk management, right? I can show you, lots of winning trades, but I think to show the drawdown and how to limit the losses, how to cut the losses quickly is, I think that's actually bigger lesson than how to, make profits to me. And that's why I always show one of my losing trades in my trader performance videos for you to learn. And so if you want to develop your own strategy, or if you want to develop strategies through Ichimoku, always include the exit strategy when the market goes against you, and keep the losses small, keep the drawdown small, should be included in the strategy. And if you keep that psychology, or if you keep that strategy always, then whenever you win profits, you win bigger than the losses. And that happens naturally, and that's why you have the N wave on the graph. So you win the trades and you lose the trades, but the losses are kept small and small and small. In April and May, in the month of May, I wasn't able to make any profits, but I kept losses small, which is important. And in the month of June, in the early June, I wasn't able to make profits, so I kept the losses small and small. And one of these trades makes big profits, and that brings all the numbers become higher, and eventually I make profits overall, like this way. So now let me show you one of my winning trades. Let me show you one of my best trades I took on the Euro USD, which happened on the 12th of June. I noticed, maybe you have noticed also, that in the month of June, we had so many big trends on Euro pairs. So I was trading Euro USD a lot. In the month of May also, I remember, before I talk about this winning trades, I remember in the month of May, I saw some trends, but they happened in Asian session. Like some pound or euro trends happened in early Asian session, so I was sleeping and I wasn't able to capture those. But in the month of June, I remember the trends were happening in my Dubai time zone, so that's why I was able to monitor and run profits and manage the stop losses to trail the profits. So for the Euro USD that I took on the 12th of June, let me show you the screenshots. And it's important to always keep the screenshots like this. Whenever you exit the trades, I recommend to keep the screenshots of the entries and exits, so that you can look back your trades and you can analyze your own winners and losers and entry strategies, exit strategies, and you can look back your psychology also. Sometimes you enter the market live and you may not notice something important like the key level, major resistance support levels, or you may not notice something else. But after looking back, you do. So I highly recommend everyone to keep the screenshots on your PC, so that you take a time to look back your own trades. So here is the screenshot what I took on Euro USD 4-hour time frame. It was bullish. You can see that the Kumo is up and Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen both up. Chikou span was touching, but it was on the wick, so I took the trade. And next one is on a 30-minute time frame. It was also bullish. So 30-minute time frame. Hold on. Let me just make sure everything's visible, just to make sure. Okay, yeah. So 30-minute time frame, Kumo has been developed nicely. Senko span A was up, Kijun Sen was also up, and the Chikou span above the candles, the price is above the Kijun Sen, so it's bullish to me. So this is the trend confirmation phase that I mentioned earlier. Just because 4 hours bullish or daily is bullish, I don't jump in the market. I want to confirm the trend in 1 hour or 30-minute time frames, because these time frames, if they are not trending, then the market may retrace. Even if 4-hour daily may be bullish, it may retrace. So to avoid the retracement after the entry, I put this confirmation phase. So 30-minute was also up, and the trend was also confirmed. And next one is the entry screenshot. So in a 5-minute time frame, it looked like this. Would you enter trade here when you see the market live? Please imagine that and listen to my explanation. So here I found multiple confirmations, multiple reasons to enter market, like band squeeze and gold crossing stochastic, and the candlestick patterns, and I see from bearish to bullish move here. So I found multiple reasons to enter the market. Again, if I don't find any reasons, then I don't enter the market. Even if the trend's happening in higher and middle time frames, if 5-minute is too choppy, or if it's overbought, oversold on the 5-minute time frame, or if it's too quiet or too much range, then I don't enter the market. So this is when I entered the market. I took the buy on 1.14865, and I took the stop loss of 21 pips. 20.7 pips was my stop loss down. I took the stop loss by finding this pin bar. So I found the support level here is quite strong. So that's why reasonably I placed a stop loss down here and entered the buy. And I like the band squeeze because once the band expands, and if the trend's happening, in this case bullish, in higher and middle time frames, then it tends to go up very fast. So I can save time to monitor until I set the break-even line, what I call the break-even line, which you will see in a minute. So that was the entry screenshot I took. And yeah, okay. And after that, as I monitor the market, it did go towards my direction. Yeah, again, this is when I entered the market, and the market went towards my direction nicely. So if you remember, my stop loss was below the pin bar here, 20.7 pips of stop loss. But this screenshot is when I move the stop losses higher to here. So I move the stop losses actively this way until I move the stop losses above my positions, which I call break-even line. So after the entry, I don't sit down and wait and see if the market goes. I actively move the stop losses to minimize the losses. So again, I take 2% risk to the stop loss. So this risk is 2%, right, to the stop loss. But by moving the stop losses to here, since this is more than halfway above, so I'm taking less than 1%. 1% will be around here. So if the price goes down this way, I lose 1% around. So by moving the stop losses this way, in case if the price crashes or anything can happen in the market and no one can control, so if the price goes down towards my stop loss, then I would lose 0.8% or something, which is much less than 2%. So that's how I move the stop losses, and this is part of my risk management, which is important. So in this, because of this, I monitor the market after the entry until break even. So this was a screenshot when I move the stop losses higher, and the next screenshot was break even. So eventually the market went towards my direction. So I moved the stop losses to here and here. I saw the nice breakout over here. So I moved the stop losses here and here. And I fixed a profit of 13. And second stop losses on the break-even line. This is break-even means, again, the stop losses slightly above my positions. So let's say if the market crashes or anything can happen in the market, if the market goes down all the way this way, when I'm leaving the charts, then I take 13 pips of profit and break even, no loss. So when I set break even like this, this is when this is my goal with my strategy. Until I set break even is the trade I'm doing. After I set break even, even if the price retraces towards my position or stop losses, I don't lose anything. So I can just relax and just enjoy my life. I have become free. So I go out or I enjoy my day for the next few days and come back the market. So yeah, this was a screenshot when I took when I moved the stop losses higher like this way. And what happened after this is that the market kept going towards my direction because I'm on the trend. So whenever the market goes towards my direction, it goes very stably. So this is another screenshot I took when I trial the profits. So this is, I fixed 13 pips of stop loss. And because the market went towards my direction, I see a little dip over here with the doji. So I moved the first stop loss to below that doji and fixed 77 pips of profit. So even if the price retraces and go down this way, I still take 77 pips of profit and 13 pips of profit. So I don't lose. This is win or more win game I'm playing. And as soon as you set break even, then the game becomes either break even or win, right? And which everybody wants to play. Of course, if it's break even or win game, then the more you trade, the more you make profits. So you can, trade as much as you want. And this is my risk management strategy, which is the most important in KTS. And this is when I trial the profits over time. And then after that, the market kept going towards my direction. So I trial the profits. This is the next timing I came back to the chart. Before I was like around here when I trial the profits previously, and I left the chart for a few hours and I'm here now. So I moved the stop losses 1 to here, which is the most recent low, and second stop loss to here, and I fixed 92.7 pips of profit and 60.9 pips of profit. So if the price goes against me, then I take these profits. But if the market goes towards my direction still, then I trial again. And 4 hour was bullish still. 4 hour kept going up. Ichimoku, KTS, Kijun Sen was up, Kumo was up, Chikou span was above the candle still. So there's no reason for me to exit manually. I keep trading profits because it may go up continuously. So that was a screenshot. And after that, what happened was that the 4 hour time frame became flat. So this is a screenshot of the 4 hour time frame. It became flat. So I was going to exit the market. And this is how 5-minute time frame looked like. Let me see. So yeah, this is the 5-minute time frame. So I left the chart, so I didn't check the markets, and I came back and it looked like this. And the market was up still, so I trailed the profits to fix 97.4 pips of profit, and this is where I moved the two stop losses together this way. Just hold on, let me double check. Yeah, I believe so. Just hold on. Yeah, 99 and 94.7 pips of profit. So yeah, I think I moved the stop losses to this area. Again, if I come back to the the screenshot, these are the places I put the stop losses. So 4 hour was flat, 4 hour Kijun Sen was flat, and Kumo was also flat. So that means the market may retrace down to Tenkan Sen or Kijun Sen in 4 hour. So this is normal bullish trend. In the 5-minute time frame, it is bullish. You can see there's consecutive end waves. So 5-minute time frame is showing bullish, but since 4 hours flat, the market can retrace anytime. So that's why I fix the most profit in this way. And then what happened after is that the market retraced and they hit my stop losses. This is a screenshot of that one. So the market went down. I think this was due to news. The market went down and hit the stop loss. So that's how I exited my profits this way. Oh, I remember now. Sorry, I think when 4 hour became flat, I already took one of the trades, right? 97.2, right? 92.7. Sorry. Yeah, I remember. Sorry, I remember that on this screenshot, previous screenshot, when 4 hours became flat, then this one was already taken profit before when I was sleeping around this area. This one, the first position already took profit of 93 pips or so, but the second one was still alive. Sorry, this one was still alive. So I moved the stop loss, second stop loss to here, and that was a screenshot. Yes, sorry. So I moved the stop losses higher and I fixed 89 pips of profit. But this one was already taken. So I only have one stop loss in this screenshot. I remember now. And then the market retraced on the next screenshot due to news, and the price hit the stop loss, hit the second stop loss, and that's how I exited my trade over here. So this one, the first stop loss was already exited here, took the profit, and second one I took the profit here. So these are my take profit timings. So that's how I took the profit on that Euro USD trade. So this way of trading, I'm sure it's new to you, because this is my original and I have developed my own strategy like this way, trail the profits in trending markets. And I think this is something unique, especially by using Ichimoku. It worked really well. So that's one of my winning trades. So eventually, as I mentioned before, this part became the tail of the fish. This part is tail of the fish, so you don't take it because it's risky. The market retraced and it may not trending up anymore because 4 hours became flat. So it's risky. So forget about the tail and the head of the fish, but only get the body part. And that's how I set up my trades every time. So when I enter the market, let me show you the entry screenshot again. When I enter the market like this, I never expect this particular trade is going to be, is going to be more than 90 pips of profit. I never imagined that. I simply execute the trades simply based on my strategy and the rules, and if it brings profits, then I trail. If it doesn't, I exit simply. And if the trend continues, if the trend lasts, I continue trial profits as long as it lasts. And whenever it finishes, I exit and take profit there. So when I enter the market, I never know how big the fish is going to be, how big the body is going to be. The body could be 20 pips, the body could be 30 pips, or the good body could be 100 pips, more than 90 pips. I never know when I enter the market. But because of this logics behind with the risk management in the trend follow strategy, I know overall result is going to be positive. And I know I can make profits in the long run. And that's how I built my own strategy, KTS, like this. So again, if you want to build your own strategy, or if you want to also do trend follow strategy with Ichimoku or any other indicators, always remember to draw the bullish N wave graph. As long as you draw N wave graph like this, then that means the more you trace, the more you make profits. Of course, along the way, again, you may have some drawdowns, but keep the losses small. And once you make profits, that profit should cover the previous losses is my strategy. And based on this logics behind, if you build own strategy, and if you see the result this way by doing like 100 trades of Forex tester or TradingView bar replay, then you're good to go in the live market. And in this purpose, I share this monthly performance. But sorry, this time I didn't share the monthly performance for the last almost 3 months. So this is my result overall. I have been experimenting some new ways of entries these days, which is kind of fun for me, and that's why I haven't really shared. But hopefully you liked today's video and you learned something new today, and I hope you become a non-losing trader, as I mentioned always on my YouTube channel. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. So until then, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you very much.